Blutbart.
Hello and welcome back to another behind the scenes toy photography video. This week I'm going to show you how to flag your lighting. I call this shot Mandalorian Covert. My hype for the Mandalorian and Grogu is at an all-time high, so you may be getting more Mando photos than normal for the next month or so. One of the more interesting concepts explored in The Mandalorian is how citizens of Mandalore had to go into hiding after the Night of 1,000 Tears. Making secret bases called coverts across the galaxy, survivors of the Purge of Mandalore kept out of sight, often hiding right under the Empire's nose. If a covert was compromised, the Mandalorians would pack up and establish a new secret base elsewhere. Since we've seen 3 separate coverts during the run of the show, I figured it stood to reason that Din would have frequented other coverts before joining the one we see on Nevarro in the pilot episode. This week I thought I'd explore what that might have looked like. My setup was pretty simple. I used this 3D printed archway, modeled by Landspeeder Luke, as my set piece and posed Din on a figure stand just outside the doorway. I placed a couple other Mandos on guard duty, then added some sprigs of grass and moss to fill out the scene. Finally, I flagged my lighting. I placed some cardstock on top of the archway to create a shadow on my guards, and some foam core board on either side to highlight details on their armor. Here's my starting image. I managed to achieve most of what I wanted in camera, so my edit for this shot was minimal. I began by darkening up the reflection on the right side, then adding adjustment layers for curves, levels, and color balance to fine-tune my lighting and color grading. Next, I used the healing brush tool and content aware fill to remove all the visible articulation joints on Din. After adding a vignette to darken up the edges, I used the dodge tool to better merge my foreground and background, and also to lighten up my subjects. A few last touch-ups and I was done. So once again, here's my starting image. And here's where I ended up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and make sure to check me out on Instagram. Thanks, and until next time!